Did you know that credit cards are one of the most misunderstood financial tools out there? People use them every day, but few truly understand the hidden costs that lurk beneath the surface. They're not just about those flashy rewards or the low interest rates that sound so tempting at first. But there's more to the story. Credit cards can seem like an easy way to pay, but the reality, it's far more complex. Hidden fees, interest traps, and other costs can add up in ways you don't see coming. And trust me, these costs can impact your finances for years to come if you're not careful. So let's break it all down and uncover what they really don't want you to know. First off, let's talk about interest rates. Yes, the thing we all think we understand. But it's not as simple as you think. Sure, you've seen the low APR offers in bold letters. But here's the kicker. That low rate is often a temporary teaser, usually for the first 6 months or so. After that, the APR can jump through the roof. The average credit card APR in the US hovers around 20%, and if you're carrying a balance, that's money out of your pocket. And here's a tough truth. If you're only making minimum payments, you're not even making a dent in the principal. It's like spinning your wheels in mud. A $1,000 balance can take you years to pay off, and you'll end up paying more than double the original amount in interest. Okay, but let's take it a step further. Most credit cards have hidden fees that you might not notice at first, but they can sting when you do. Late fees, over-the-limit fees, and balance transfer fees are just a few. Late fees alone can cost you up to $40 per occurrence, and that's not counting any interest charges that pile on top. Now think about this. If you're just a day late on a payment, you could get hit with a late fee and have your APR skyrocket. It's a double whammy that's hard to recover from, and trust me, these fees can snowball quickly. Let's not forget about the annual fees. Some cards hit you with $100 or more just for the privilege of using them. And sure, some cards throw in perks like travel rewards or cash back, but if you're not using those perks to their full potential, you're essentially paying for nothing. It's like subscribing to a gym membership you never use, except it costs you hundreds of dollars a year. But there's one cost that flies under the radar for a lot of people: foreign transaction fees. If you travel or make purchases internationally, these fees can range from 1% to 3% per transaction. That may not sound like a lot, but let's say you're spending $1,000 abroad. You could be losing up to $30 to a hidden fee that you didn't even know about. Let's move on to something even more dangerous. Credit card companies love to prey on our emotions. The temptation of buy now, pay later is so alluring. It feels so easy to buy things we want and push the payment to next month. But here's the thing. If you're carrying a balance, it's like you're living in a financial fog, especially if you're just paying the minimum. Interest charges compound, and before you know it, you owe a lot more than you originally bargained for. Have you ever heard of the debt cycle? This is where people get stuck. You might pay off a credit card, then out of convenience or need, whip it back out and rack up more charges, only to find yourself behind on payments again. And the cycle starts anew. It's easy to get trapped, especially when those credit card companies know how to push your emotional buttons. But understanding how the system works is your key to breaking free. Now let's talk about credit scores. This is where things get a little sneaky. Did you know that using more than 30% of your available credit can damage your score? It's called your credit utilization ratio. And if you don't manage it properly, your credit score can plummet. This can hurt your chances of getting loans, mortgages, or even securing better credit cards down the road. But there's a silver lining. When used properly, credit cards can help you build a solid credit history. It's all about balance. Pay off your balances on time, keep your credit utilization low, and avoid the temptation of chasing rewards you don't need. That way, you can build credit without falling into the traps. Let me give you an example. Let's call her Emily. Emily's a smart shopper, but she loves her rewards cards. Last year, she decided to rack up points by putting everything on her card: groceries, gas, clothes, you name it. At first, it felt like a win. But after a few months of carrying a balance, she noticed her APR had jumped to 22%, and she was paying double what she'd spent. By the time Emily realized what was happening, she had to pay off $2,000 in credit card debt that was charging her over $400 in interest. If she'd stuck to paying off the balance every month, she would have been well ahead of the game. The rewards weren't worth it. So what's the takeaway? Know the hidden costs. Look past the flashy rewards and low rates. Be aware of the fees and penalties lurking in the fine print. And above all, don't let your emotions dictate your spending. Credit cards are a tool, but they can easily become a trap if you're not vigilant. And that brings us to the most important thing: awareness. The more you understand how credit cards work, the better equipped you'll be to make them work for you. Use them strategically, pay off your balances, and avoid the pitfall of overspending. Your financial future depends on it. Want to start mastering your credit card strategy? Drop me a comment below with your biggest credit card tip or trick. You know I love hearing from you. And if this video helped you, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss another breakthrough moment in your finances. By the way, remember, this content is for educational purposes only and not financial advice. Always consult with a certified financial professional for personalized guidance.